And yeah, Michael.
Yes.
So take us to
where
business.
were we? We were actually starting career in
career. You just finished Form 4?
Finished Form 4.
Now you're moving to career.
No proceeding to college.
Yes. And
but
business.
Career.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mentioned I worked as a caretaker.
Yes.
I got an opportunity to work as a caretaker for 8 years.
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't just see this opportunity as just a caretaker.
Yeah.
I saw as a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
So first thing first, as a caretaker, our parking was small, and I used to knock in people's door in the morning for those who have blocked each other, so that they come and remove their car so that someone else can live who was blocked. For me, that was an opportunity. Guess which opportunity? Going to driving school or learn how to drive. Yeah, I learned how to drive.
Because now, if these guys are not, they're not available.
Yes.
You have to figure out how to solve this problem.
Exactly.
And solving it, you have to know how to drive.
I have to drive.
Okay.
So yes, I learned how to drive, and then went to driving school. 1 year later, after mastering the art of driving, even to the highways, that is. So I went back to driving school. I did the half course. I didn't want a shortcut. I know back then there was a lot of loopholes in getting the license. So for me, I wanted to go the right way. I went to school, paid for half course, and basically learned the tables and those rules. Yeah. So one skill with me, with a legal document.
Driving license.
Driving license. Yes. So again, working as a caretaker, get to meet a lot of people, different people, which you turn to be friends, later family. I was very good in driving, and again, a very good teacher. So I saw an opportunity. Someone probably has a license, they have a car, but they don't know how to drive. So I took an opportunity and starting to coach them. Like literally, I started coaching them how to drive, guide them, go with them. Like literally, I know they've been trained in driving school and everything. They know the rules, they know everything. But going to the road is where there's an issue. There's an issue. So I took that as an opportunity.
Because you don't have a car, you have a driving license.
Exactly. So coach them. And it has less regulations, or because for you to be an instructor, you have to go through NTSA, get a specific license to be an instructor. But for me, this is somebody's car. It's not my car. They have their license, but I'm here like a passenger, but I'm doing something. I used to charge good money then. Used to take 2 hours and charge you. I used to charge 500 to 700 for 2 hours.
Wow,
good money. And depending on how sharp you are, you can graduate with less time.
So 2 hours, averagely, how many days will
that's what I'm saying. It depends now on how sharp you are to learn or to master the art. If you're a slow learner, I'll continue taking your money until I give you go ahead, like you're good. So train on the highways, the major road and the minor roads, the parking. You know, most of the offices you have to, I don't know, some rules, reverse parking, forward parking, those things. And trust me, parking is not easy for some people, especially new drivers. So I used to give that as a package until I give you go ahead. So for me, that was a biz, though it didn't last for long. Again, as a caretaker, some people saw something in me. And I remember a friend of mine engaged me on taking his kids to school. Again, a side hustle. It does not affect my daily work because I have to wake up very early, take these kids to school, and come back and continue with my work, either probably washing the stairs, or if it is trimming the fence, or doing whatever I have to do. So that was an opportunity, and that's how I got my PSV later, because I ended up driving a school van.
Okay, so you caretaker for 8 years. Within that time,
yes, I was also doing the coaching bit.
You did driving, and then
yes,
you started making money from
from the license,
from being an instructor.
Yes.
This is within that 8 years, you get a chance to to be a school bus driver?
Yes.
But before that, how did it make you feel? Being a caretaker sounds good, but doing the cleaning.
The cleaning.
How did it make you feel?
Doing the cleaning of
the stairs.
Because now that was the I can say, quote unquote, it is in the contract.
Yes.
You're taking care of this place.
So it
you have to maintain.
You didn't feel any
the cleanness.
sort of way.
Yes, you have to maintain the cleanness. You have to maintain this place. So for me, it was part of my JD.
So you looked at it as a job. You didn't even...
it was part of the JD.
Yeah, no ego issues.
It was a part of the JD.
Okay.
Yes.
So now...
And I used to do it passionately.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
What? Okay, you've mentioned something. You used to do it passionately. What in you has cultivated that, or what do you think has contributed to you not to judge or look at yourself and say, I'm worth more than this? And I'm not saying cleaning is bad. I'm just saying, as a man, sometimes we start having that feeling.
I know. So I'll say what probably was motivating me.
Yes.
That place was clean. Even if you go to that place today, it was clean. So I wanted to maintain, if not make it better than my predecessor. So I used to do it like I used to like when people probably were looking for houses coming here and they take the house because this place looks homely. This place is clean. You know, it's well maintained. So I used to do it passionately, and you'll be surprised. I used to buy my own soap to wash
to do the
stairs.
cleaning.
Yes.
Okay.
For 8 years.
That's a motivated caretaker right there.
I used to buy my own soap. I remember asking the soap from the boss once, twice, and I'm like, let me just buy.
Yeah.
Too tired of asking this thing every day. Yeah, so at the same time, remember I told you I used to do the cutting of the or maintaining. Yeah. So that's another skill. So I used to get gigs. Yeah.
From the neighbors of?
Yeah, from the neighbor. Actually, from the former tenants who probably God has blessed them with a house or a place.
Okay.
And they need
so you were a good caretaker to most of your guys, so they kept that relationship.
Most of them used to refer me as their younger brother. Majority.
Okay.
Yes. Nice. And they made my life so easy.
Okay. How did you transition to be a school bus?
School bus. Yeah. So I remember sharing that idea with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And somebody had shared that idea again with me. A friend of mine told me, actually we were coming to Kileleshwa to pick his school kids. So we were there. This guy is very creative. He works with the central bank. He told me, Michael, tukiwa hapa, what do you see? And I'm like, in what aspect? Business-wise. And I'm like, can't see anything. Can I be okay? See, all these parents, they've left offices or home to come pick school kids. Don't you see an opportunity in this sector? The school transport. I'm like, there's something here. So I shared the same idea with a friend of mine who actually invested on the same. And
so your friend bought now the van?
Yes, another friend, a different friend from the one who
was giving you that
the idea. Yeah. So he invested in it. We started with a small car. It was a Toyota Prius.
How many seats?
It's a 5-pass. I used to carry like 4 kids, and then we grew to a school van because there's a certain school along Kiambu Road. It is contracting school transport, outsourcing. That's the word. It's outsourcing.
Outsourcing, yeah.
So whoever was there was not meeting the requirements, both legal and the standard of the school.
Yeah.
So it was an opportunity for us to slide in. So we got a bigger van, invested in my license. I can say I went to further education to get the class D, then with the booklet license class A, today's D1.
Okay.
For you to be able to do PSV.
Oh, PSV you need to...
Yes, you have to have
it's a different license.
Yeah, you have to have a certain endorsement. Let me say, you have to have an endorsement. Class D1 today.
To drive people?
Yes. Okay. Some years back, it used to be class A with the booklet. If you have a license and you go to the stamps, you'll see BCE and then this A. Yeah.
So you can't just drive...
Yeah, you can't just drive a PSV.
Okay.
That's why you are told for matatu and conductor, they have to take the badge of the NTSA, the PSV badge.
Okay.
And you can't get that badge without that endorsement. That's how I invested with that endorsement, with that, the school van. So I used to drive the yellow painted van.
Were you like a partner or you were an employee?
Now, it started as a partner. Because, of course, I've not invested any capital.
Yeah.
I'm just available to drive. So I can't say partner because I used to get not a salary, but a cut. You know, for school transport, most of the schools, they charge per term. The school transport per term.
Yeah. So they charge you, they pay you before or after service rendered?
For me, I spread it to be months.
Or monthly?
Yes.
So they pay you after you've delivered service or
Yes.
before?
Now, whoever is paying me is this friend of mine, not the school. The school pays the lump sum.
To the
guy.
To the guy.
Yes. And then this guy give me my cut.
So they give you a salary.
Yes.
Okay.
And as much as I was doing this, all of this, I'm still a caretaker. At the same time, I'm still a part-time student in Strathmore.
Oh, you had enrolled in Strathmore?
Yes.
What for?
I was doing accounting, CPA, to be precise.
So this is 8 years.
Yes.
So at what period did you enroll in Strathmore?
It's funny how it started. I started in a school, I think it used to be the cheapest in town.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they still exist. But forgive me, Nairobi Aviation. But I didn't get the quality of education in what I was doing. Nairobi Aviation had a lot of, departments. So CPA wants someone to concentrate on it.
Yeah.
So I went to a certain college, again in Tao, a good college known as Star College, inapatikana Taban and Biashara Street.
Yeah.
Just close or next to Total, Kimathi Street.
Yeah.
I enrolled there for my CPA until CPA 3. I went to Strathmore. Kiburi ilikuwa imeanza kuingia na pesa ziko.
Oh, you're the one who was paying. You're the one who was paying for the fee.
I used to pay for my own. Remember, I was told to either join JC or G4S or any other place.
So this money you're getting from caretaking?
Yes, and these other side hustles.
And now the van?
Yes, I'm paying for my school fees.
Okay.
So that's how I went to Strathmore. And I learned that Strathmore has aid, like scholarship aid. I applied.
Yes.
And that's how I got my 70% scholarship.
So now you could pay for 30%?
Pay 30% and pay my school bus fare, bus matatu fare or something.
Yeah.
Strathmore, you cannot just go with jeans.
Yes. Official.
Official.
Yes.
So I had to invest in my...
Yeah, how you look.
Well, yeah, definitely. So I thank God I cleared my CPA.
Yeah. How long was it?
Because I didn't start directly from CPA. I started way below. It used to be ATC. I think today they call it ATD. So I started 2014 and I cleared in 2019.
Wow.
And for those who've done CPA, you know what I mean. Kushikwa ni lazima. Kushikwa is you fail the exam and you have
to fail and then you repeat the whole.
Yeah. So I cleared in 2019.
Well, that's why it took a bit of time. Eh?
Yes. And you remember I'm paying for myself. So at some point I can defer.
Yeah. Because sometimes there's no money.
There's no money to pay for the school fees. So I can defer for a term
to get some more money.
To gather some money and then you pay school fees.
Okay.
Yeah. So
the van. How long did it last?
It lasted until COVID hit. The schools were closed, and that's when I exited.
Okay.
In 2020.
Is the business still existing?
Yes, but the guy withdrew from the business, and the school concentrated with only one guy who has been faithful, and he has delivered. But
you see, that business of his was just the van. If the van is broken, the business is dead.
Yeah, so you never know. That's something probably I might come as an investor.
Yeah,
not a partner.
To revive it.
To revive it, because there's an opportunity, and any other person who is thinking of probably business idea.
Yeah.
Think about
school
that.
Bus.
Yeah. Think about that one. You can offer private school transport.
Okay.
Yes, as long as you meet government regulations.
Requirements, including painting it yellow.
Painting it yellow. If the car was red and it's now yellow, you have to change the documents, change of particulars. You have to have road license service, TLB. Yeah.
So now you are 2019. You graduate from Strathmore.
Yeah.
With the CPA.
I don't want to say CPA-K, but it's a CPA finalist.
CPA, okay.
Yeah.
And then you It was 2019.
Yes.
The next year, caretaking.
I'm still working.
Still
as a
doing
caretaker,
caretaking. Okay, where do we go from there?
yeah. So as much as this was all happening, I've mentioned school van, schooling here and there.
Yeah.
On Saturdays, because there was no school on Saturday.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine who used to go to church on Saturday.
Yeah.
He used to work with Twigger as a truck driver, though he used to own the truck.
Yeah.
And Twigger outsourced this truck from Sunday.
Yeah.
This guy's going to church on Saturday. He need a reliever.
Uh,
A friend of mine told me, "Are you willing?" And I'm like, "When do I start?"
yeah.
I slide in, became a truck driver on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
That is Kanta.
Yes. Hizi trucks za kubeba mzigo hizi zenye zinaserve last mile trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's I slide in. Nikaendesha truck, but something got into my mind. I saw this guy I'm carrying is using his phone, and I know my colleague Magudha talked about it.
Yeah.
He's using his phone to serve this customer.
Yeah.
Technology bit.
Yes.
So I learned what he's doing. And I perfected. So that I can help him whenever we're in the market serving the customers.
Yeah.
I can help him serving the customers, probably doing the drops. He can do the invoice and collect the money.
Yeah.
And by so doing, we used to save a lot of time.
Yes.
We used to close the work probably at 4. We close at 1, at times or 2, depending with the luggage of the day.
Yeah.
So that happened until the school were closed now. So this truck guy was telling me, now the school have been closed. You need to get more money. Let's share these days because it is 6 days a week.
Yeah.
You do 3, let me do 3.
Yeah.
And within that period, the company we were working with opened a branch in Kisumu.
Yeah.
So this guy used to carry around, decided to go to Kisumu.
This is Trigger.
Yes, this is Trigger now. The guy decided, let me go to Kisumu because, a new depot has less luggage.
Yeah.
I'll be closing my work
early.
pretty early and do my own things.
Yeah.
So the company advertised. Now at this point, I want now to outgrow this work as a caretaker.
Yeah.
I applied to become a fulfiller, this last mile delivery guy.
Now in Trigger.
In Trigger.
Before, when you were working with this other guy,
Yeah.
it was you were not employed.
I was not.
You were just helping.
I was just a reliever. It was a personal arrangement.
So he used to pay you something small.
He used to pay me something small.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now eventually you
From his pocket.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now you decided
Now I saw an opportunity.
you make it official.
I make it official. And remember, I'm still working as a caretaker.
Yeah.
But I used to have a cousin of mine. I've set him there, coached him, and guided him on how to work as a caretaker.
As a caretaker.
So he'll take care of my work as I do this other side hustle. And sorry to take you back. In Strathmore, there's this tendency of Strathmore probably sharing your CVs.
Yes.
So I went to different interviews as an accountant. Failed. I remember the last one I went, it was here, not far from here, Hurlingham.
Yeah.
The guy told me, go talk to your tenants to give you an internship. And that was the last interview I ever went for accounting position. That was I donated the suit.
Whoa, that was rude, man.
I donated the suit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me just be me.
Yeah.
So here I am in Trigger. Saw an opportunity, I applied.
Yeah.
I was easily picked.
Yeah. And you're getting in when you know
Yes.
everything.
So I
There's no
resign-
training.
that's now the first time I resigned as a caretaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wow.
resigned.
That is now 2021.
2020, I think August.
2020, August. Okay.
August.
Just after COVID.
Yes, I resigned as a-
almost during COVID. Yeah.
Told the guy, it has been cool 8 years. We've been together.
Yeah.
Allow me to pursue something else.
Yeah.
I think I've outgrown this place.
Yes.
What I didn't mention again, within the 8 years,
Yeah.
I used to work as a watchman.
Watchman.
Yes.
Damn. Where?
As a gig, as a side gig. The same
same place?
place, yes. Because the watchman will tell me, wacha nisikuje leo on weekends, when nifanyie nitakulipa. For me, this money coming in.
Yes.
The same boss of mine
Yeah.
had opened a construction company. So we used to do construction. So nimechapa mjengo. Nimechapa mjengo both physically na both from supplying materials. I used to be this errand boy. We want sand, we want kokoto, we want mawe.
Yeah. So you were just saying yes to any opportunity that comes.
And I used to grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to grab everything. Yeah, and At the same time, alikuwa na car wash along Zimmerman.
Yes.
He told me, Michael, I see you're very good in bookkeeping. I want you to maintain books for this car wash. So I'll go to the car wash on Saturdays at times. Before, now that was before the track and everything. So I used to schedule. Then ningeenda ile wakati niko free to the car wash. I do the books. And I get my thing.
Yeah, because already you're already doing accounts also.
Yeah.
Okay.
So kuna car wash, kuna mjengo, kuna watchman, kuna
fulfilling,
kata fence, kuna fulfilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and then when you join Twiga, I now have to let the others go.
Yeah.
I had to let others go and concentrate with Twiga. We were outsourced then, and then we were then adopted by Twiga now to be full-time employees.
Yes.
And during the transition or adoption, we were subjected to an online assessment test.
Yeah.
I used to have my own laptop. Yeah, because again, I used to do remote work. Call center ya US. Nilipona dollars.
What? So this is Twiga?
Yes.
When you're in Twiga, you got a job for
as a call center.
Call center US. How did you get the call center?
Somebody told me there's an opportunity. Are you willing? And I'll be like, yes. Do you have a laptop? I'll get a laptop tomorrow. I walked to town, bought a laptop and the headphones. And I'm like, I'm ready. I have the internet. Nilikuwa nimesubscribe to Safaricom ile home fiber.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
How was the experience being a...
It was good. I used to make good money. I used to make like in a week I'll make a money that I used to make as a caretaker. But your contract ilikatika.
And then you do it in the evening?
Yes, I used to do it in the evening because of I think time.
Yeah, time difference.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was a contract, short-term contract.
It was a short-term contract. But within a week I used to make good money. But bado na holdia caretaker ndo nisilipe rent. Yeah, but so I put everything aside, concentrated with Twiga as a fulfiller because now that one is where it takes all your mind.
Yeah, plus it takes care of so many of the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you'll sleep Twiga, you wake up Twiga.
So you've been in Twiga for how long?
3 years now.
3 years.
Yes. So as a caretaker, as a fulfiller, we were transitioning. So we were subjected to the online assessment. So I'll come with my laptop and help each and every guy there to do the assessment. I used to guide them. Are you guys, have you filed your KRA returns? Not yet. Come, let me file for you for free.
But
I didn't know somebody else was watching what I was doing.
That's always a good opportunity for almost
For me, I didn't know. For me, I was just doing good.
Yeah.
I didn't know somebody else was watching.
You're just
that.
helping someone.
Yeah, I was just helping a colleague. They are stuck with their email. I don't know. They want to reset an email password.
You're always there for them.
I'm always there for them. So I was appointed as a tech champion with the program known as Tech Champions Program. It was run by our team now. It used to be Akina Maguda then.
Yes.
So I interacted with Laura and other guys.
Yeah.
More often. So every time they want to launch a product, they want volunteers to test. I was always there to test.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, me, I'm ready. Can I test it and give feedback?
Yeah.
So they said there's someone in Roaka Depot, very active, he's a fulfiller.
Yeah.
We want to see this guy. But trust me, they met me in my interview to join tech.
And they were like,
so
no second guess.
They advertised for a position because one of the guys wanted to transition now to QA.
Yeah.
Within Twiga, wanted to join the engineering team. So there's this opportunity here, support and training.
Yeah.
They advertised. I applied. Did a series of interviews.
Yeah.
To cut the story short, I'm currently in that position.
Okay. So you've in your career growth has been pegged on you being willing to help.
Yes.
Okay. And saying yes often.
Yes.
And maybe is there something that from your previous experiences, is there lessons that you've drawn from your journey so far?
I'll say yes, because in each and everything we do or you do or I do, there's something you learn, either positive or negative.
Yes.
And for me, I saw something which is persistent.
Yeah.
The worst enemy you can ever have, you guys, the worst enemy you can ever have is to give up.
Yes.
That's the worst enemy. The moment you give up, that's the end of you.
Yeah. I can actually attribute this about you, and I can say this is the first time you're meeting,
First time, yes.
and he was willing to come and make it happen, and he's made it happen. And what I like about you is the fact that you're saying yes to anything. Every opportunity that comes your way, you say
You flow with it.
and you don't know what's at the end of that tunnel. You just go with it.
Yeah. As we finish, probably.
Yeah.
Other business I've done
Yeah.
that it can motivate somebody else. With all this money I used to collect with all these other gigs, I used to invest back in sharks, doing farming. If not supporting my siblings who are back in school and everything, my parents, they are there. So I used to do farming, wheat farming, maize farming, beans farming. Yeah, and currently doing sugarcane farming.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never settled for less. I bought my first car, enrolled it to Uber, using my previous PSV, doing Uber. Yeah. Even the car I bought it like a month ago, I've just enrolled it to Uber recently.
Who's driving?
Myself. I cannot trust anyone to drive my car.
Part-time?
Part-time.
How is the business?
For me, since it's a side gig, at times, yes, you'll come home with few coins. At times, you won't make anything. But by the end of the day, if you accumulate, you have something in your table or in your pocket. For me, I have a target, 2,000 a day. Even if today I make 0 shillings, I'll make sure tomorrow I make 4,000.
Guys, let's take a short break. We're back to talk about Uber. Yeah. All right, guys, back again with Mike, and today, right now, we're talking about the Uber business. So, you start your Uber business. First, what's the motivation? Where do you start it?
I have this slogan, which is in me, which is never settle for less.
Yeah.
And always try to make extra. I know many a times you're working in a corporate, you're always told you'll never get rich with your salary or something.
Yes.
But with the dynamics, the economic dynamics that we currently experience, one day you might wake up where you work is closed. Where will you start?
Yeah.
You have some bills to meet, So for me, I saw an opportunity. What can I do that cannot interfere with my day-to-day job? And I'm like, I think Uber part-time can work. So it was so intentional. Gathered some money. At some point, I went for a loan in my circle.
Yeah.
They gave me, so I got the car.
Yeah.
With that circle, they disclosed later that they cannot finance PSV. So I had to stay with the car for about a year with the private insurance. But the aim goal was to actually employ this car or capitalize this car. Yeah, so that's how I acquired the car. But I remember at some point I had to quit this circle for them to take all my savings and take my other savings elsewhere or gather some other funds somewhere and pay lump sum, the balance, so that I'll be in a position to insure this car with the PSV insurance. And that's how probably I'll now start the journey. So that's exactly what happened. I cleared the loan with them, enrolled my car, followed all the due process, starting from the inspection, that is the NTSA inspections, insurance, which is the key thing, myself now renewing my PSV badge, which is mandatory for you to have it.
Yeah.
For example, you cannot drive my car if you have just a normal driving license. You have to have the PSV badge, meaning you're recognized as a PSV driver. Yeah, so that's how I enrolled for digital taxi, having 3 accounts. That is little cab, that is. I have Bolt and Uber.
Okay.
I tried others, but I was like, for now, I'll come back later. Yeah, so that's how I joined the industry, that is the Uber industry.
Yeah.
Of course, with an aim. I cannot just join blindly.
Yes.
I know currently things are changing.
Yeah.
Cars are coming with smaller engine.
Yeah.
People are converting their cars into gas. They use
Electronic or gas.
Yeah, electronic or gas. And
Electric.
Electric, yes. Electric, not electronic, sorry. So, I was like, do I convert? I used to have an Nissan Note, 1200cc supercharged.
Yeah.
That engine is too big for that base, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, do I convert this into gas? Apparently, it was a supercharged, so it was not suitable to be changed to gas. And I also did my own research. People saying, car were not supposed to use gas. You guys are just doing modification, so you might interfere with the car. And true to it, some people have replaced their engine. Some people have gone through hell with the gas. So I'm like, I'll never do it. Let me do it naturally, because since this is a part-time thing, if I get 1,000 bob, it is me and me alone.
Yeah.
And that's how I joined Uber with an aim of 2,000 a day for 6 days a week. Basically, kill a month, I'm looking for 50 plus if you do your quick mathematics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what's the goal? Because it sounds like you are targeting 20,000 per day.
not 20, 2,000.
Sorry, 2,000 a day.
Yeah.
And you said it's 50 plus a month.
Yeah.
What's you have a goal in mind? Eh? An investment goal? Is it a?
Of course, currently you're looking at revenue generating activity.
Yeah.
So for me, this is a revenue. Once I have money, probably you can now think of probably expanding into the same or doing other things. And I've mentioned earlier, I'm involved in farming. Yes. So probably I might play around with my money here and there. Yeah, but the point here is, if I generate, for example, I have a target of 2,000.
Yeah.
By the end of the month, have I met a certain bracket of probably what I want?
Yes.
If yes, and then I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
I've met my financial obligation or my financial needs, or I've met my target when it comes to revenue.
Yeah.
Remember, this is a side hustle.
Yeah.
So that's how you grow.
How do you manage side hustle and?
For cab, this is a purely part-time activity.
Yeah.
Part-time. And I only do it full-time when I'm on leave. Full-time, I mean during the day.
Yeah.
Like you've committed your date. But part-time, it means, let's say I've closed my work at 5 or at 4, depending with what you are doing. You go online, and the beauty part is that you're not supposed to go to a specific station or specific stage for you to start. You start it from where you are.
So you're leaving work,
Yes.
you put it on.
For example, if I started from many times, when I start, let's say from the office, by the time I'm coming home from the office to where I stay, basically you'll get a revenue of 1,000 bob.
So do you specify the radius of where you want to be?
Yes. Many times
business,
they give you a certain radius.
Okay.
For example, Bolt, they give you once you want, probably if you want to probably set a radius that you want to receive orders from, because you cannot receive an order which is 7 kilometers away and you go. You're not doing business. You're using your fuel to go pick someone and probably they're not going far.
Yes.
Right? So for Bolt, you can set up like I think the minimum is a kilometer, a radius of a kilometer, which makes sense. You cannot use much to go pick him up. So, but for Uber, they use the priority of the availability. Yeah, so you cannot get, unless there's no one else around or other cars have active rides. Now you get like that distant request. So you'll call and ask, hey, I've received your request. I am in this place. And many times you might find someone who's probably in a hurry or somebody who's not going far. So I cannot like choma mafuta from where I am, go 7 kilometers to take you to 2 kilometers. For me, that's not business. Yeah, you have to see the revenue versus the cost for you to see what's your profit. Yeah. So basically, that's what's happening in the industry.
Are there challenges in terms of, not necessarily with the Uber business, but with this target that you have, like 2,000 a day?
Yes, there's challenges. These challenges. Again, talk of the current economic situation in our country.
Yes.
Right? The current fuel price, man.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. You see. So at times you might get something, and once you go fuel your car, you find that whatever revenue you collected,
it has been consumed
converted to
for fuel, and also maintaining the car, maintenance.
That's another thing, and it made me sell my first car because it was not reliable. Because remember, when I was buying this car, I was like, let me buy a car that, yes, I'll use it for my personal errands.
Yeah.
At the same time, side hustle. So it was not good or suitable for the side hustle.
Yeah.
People who have Nissan Notes can tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I sold it and decided to go to Toyota. Again, I want a car that will serve my personal errands and serve my side gig. So that's why I went to get a Toyota, a 1300cc, which is ironically is a bigger engine compared to that one.
Yeah.
But that one was powered by supercharge. It used to be powerful. I miss that car. I miss the power in that car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but challenges in the industry, those dynamics I mentioned.
Yeah.
Again, personal security. You know, and I used to work at night.
Yeah.
You don't know,
because
you
you're
don't know
leaving
which
work.
client.
It's
Yeah,
part-time. You don't
yeah, part-time. So basically at night, you don't know which kind of client you're meeting. We've heard of cases of kidnapping,
Yeah.
hijacking,
Yes.
or even robbing using your car.
Yeah.
You see? So those are, though myself, I've never met one.
Yeah.
But on Fridays, you met people with different characters,
Yeah.
especially when they've taken one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll abuse you, they'll do all those things. But by the end of the day, you're working. Yeah. Somebody might not pay you.
Yeah, well, they might not pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that when that happens?
You claim from the company.
Yeah.
Though I claimed one and they never refunded me. I think I've experienced one.
Yeah.
They never paid me, which is okay. I moved on swiftly. I had a request from Kilimani, actually not far from here,
Yeah.
all the way to Kiambu Road.
Yeah.
Can imagine that money.
Wow, that's a lot. And they just left when they alighted and left.
The guy said, I don't know whether it was a trick or
Yeah.
it is true. Said, you've given me the wrong number. So I've sent money to somebody else. And I'm like, so you just request
You
for a
can
refund.
reverse.
Yeah, reverse the money.
Yeah.
But I don't have any other money to pay you. And I'm like, so what do you want to do? Let them refund me and then I'll pay you. I have your number. Till today.
He's never. Man.
And funny enough, and I think it was planned because whoever requested the cab is not the same guy I picked.
Wow.
So I think it was scripted. Yeah.
Wow. And how do your colleagues at work know you do this?
Close colleagues, no.
Close colleagues.
Yeah. Because
What do you think of your employer knowing that you do this? And what are your thoughts around that?
as much as I can deliver my work.
So long as you can deliver.
Yes. And again, part-time, it doesn't mean every day.
Yeah. So you just manage.
For example, you see, in my workplace, I can work either during the day or during or at night.
Yeah.
Like today, specifically today, I have to work at night.
Yeah.
So it means if I have side gigs,
you can focus on that.
Yeah. So I give 100% to my main work, and then side gig is when there's available time. Again, you cannot meet, for example, with my target. Not guaranteed that you will meet the target.
Yeah.
You have just a target by your own to chase, but by the end of the day, it's not necessarily that you'll meet the target. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever carried your own boss?
Never.
A relative?
A relative with an online request?
Them requesting, or someone you know, or someone interesting,
Never.
Okay.
Probably a repeating customer, like somebody has requested today, it is you, tomorrow it is you, that day. But I've never carried any of them, my colleagues. I remember one day I was in the office and we used to have auditors.
Yeah.
It was during the audit period. So for them, they have the corporate account, so they'll request a cab.
Yeah.
Funny enough, one of the auditors used to be my classmate or deskmate in Strathmore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are there, and I'm like, I think it's time for me to go home, but let me look for someone to pay my bus fare. How are you looking for someone to pay my bus fare? And I'm like, you watch this space. They were also getting ready to leave the office.
Yeah.
So they have to request
A cab.
And it rang, and I received, and I was like, here is someone who's paying my bus fare.
And it's him.
Apparently, it was supposed to be her. So it was not her. It
was
was her colleague. Yes. For them, they were going to different direction. So that's how someone paid my bus fare from the office to close to my place. Yeah. So that's how close I've ever come to probably someone you're working with.
Something interesting, yeah. So is it? Would you? What advice would you give someone who wants to join you in that? It's an investment, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is it from your experience so far? Is it a worthy investment opportunity? And is it something? If you had an alternative, you will reconsider?
I'll say yes and no in equal measure. Having in mind that if, for example, for my case, I'm driving my own car.
Yeah.
So I'll take care of my car like my own baby.
Yeah.
Here you are, Cecil. You have your car. You've given somebody else. Trust me, the way they'll handle that car is not the same way you will handle the same car.
True story, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you might end up using your revenue to that car.
Yeah.
So if you're getting for your own, it's a worthy investment. But if you're getting it to give to somebody else, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry because, yes, I may not say all drivers are bad, but still, and that's my own opinion. I don't know whether I have trust issues, but
it makes sense because...
And again, look at it this way. Not necessarily even the breakdowns and everything, or the taking care of the car. If you give a driver today your car, you expect probably at most 10,000 a week.
Yeah.
Right?
10,000.
So a month is basically 40,000.
Yes.
So with 40 Gs, that's a month. Are you okay with that? If you're okay, and then go for it. But if you drive your car, you can make
more.
Half of that money in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, it has ever happened to me. With a record time of 6 days, I made 25 Gs, close to 25 Gs.
Oh, okay.
I took a leave. I'm broke. And I want to treat my mama. And I have no money. That's where the money came from.
Okay. So it's actually handy to just put... You're broke, you put your phone on and wait.
Yeah.
And then you
invest in your 100 shillings data.
Wow. And I've noticed most corporates are getting into it as a side
gig. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
People are getting into it because times are tough.
Times are getting tougher. Yeah.
Times are getting tougher, and you need that extra shillings to meet that extra bill. Yeah.
Is it as easy as you explain it to get into to be onboarded as a driver, as a Uber driver?
It's easy if you're straight. If you're straight, it is easy. What do I mean when I say if you're straight? If you have all the legal documents which are genuine. What are some of the legal documents? Good conduct is one of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Your car need to be inspected annually.
Okay.
So you need to have a valid inspection. Another thing is you have to insure your car with a PSV insurance. Either third party and comprehensive, depending on the age of the car. And again, can you create a trust with your riders? Can the riders rate you 5 or 1? We've seen happening here and there, people probably having even a physical fight.
Because of the rating.
Going to the extent of harassment
between
a rider and the driver.
And the driver, yes.
So it depends. Are you there to create drama, or are you there to do whatever you're doing and go home? Yeah. Again, depend with your character. But it is easy if you know exactly what you want. Yeah. For me, I can't say I've ever struggled. It's only the other day that I tried, and one of the companies refused to approve me because I don't have good conduct. As much as I've applied, I've shared the receipt, which is stamped, and they're saying they want the good conduct. And we know what's happening in the country currently in the country. They're not printing the good conduct on time.
Yeah. So you have to wait for a while before you get any. Wow.
Yeah. I know you're winding up.
Yeah.
But of late, I've not been active since May, April this year. I can say I've not been actively involved in the industry or in the biz. One, I sold my car, but before that, things happened that drained my energy a little bit.
Yeah.
My daddy got sick abruptly. For record time, he got sick for basically 2 weeks and he rested.
Oh, sorry, man.
It really drained my energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is this year May.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. Sorry, man.
it's okay.
So was it selling the car to contribute to?
No.
Okay.
No. It has it just drained my energy.
Okay.
I know. Morning is something you cannot say
it comes in
morning
different
ends
ways.
on the burial day.
It comes in different ways.
Exactly. So it drained my energy. For me, first to accept, try to move on, but I think I'm ready and I should go back anytime. Yeah. Even with the new car, I think it's ready. Only that I've not practiced. It's ready. It has been insured. It has everything, all the relevant documents. But I think I'm not ready to go back. So soon, you never know. This is the season to reap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that you're going back, it means that there's good things there.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Trust me, it is. I'll surprise you. There's a day, one Friday,
Yeah.
I made a net income of 9K. Net. When I say net, I mean
One day.
where
That is minus petrol.
net is what is going
petrol
to your pocket.
minus
The commission paid. Commission is supposed to pay
to the companies.
To the company.
And this was just one app or different?
One night.
One app?
It was from 6 to 7.
Or you
in the
combine
morning.
them?
From 6 p.m. to 7 a.m.
6 p.m.?
7 a.m.
Oh, on a
one
weekend.
night. Yeah, on a weekend.
And those are the best hours for cab.
Exactly, because Kenyans can spend their money.
Yeah. But also they are exhausting times also.
True.
Because if you can't do the whole weekend.
You can,
Yeah.
but remember you're a human being.
Yes.
For example, if you do overnight,
You have to rest.
you have to really rest. Even the app itself will lock you out because they've seen the driving hours.
So already it's
Yes,
part of
it
the
is
app.
timed. Yes, it is timed. I think for Bolt it's 12 hours. For Uber, I think it's 16 or something. And then you have to rest for like 6 hours and then you can go back online. Yeah. So, and you as a person, you have to get tired. But even the night, it's not that you've been dropping and picking. At some point, I know you've been walking around and you've found some cars parked and they're asleep.
The napping, yes.
Yes, you have to take a power nap. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is again risky in some extent. What if somebody have an ill motive?
Yes.
Yeah, you're sleepy and your car is here. You can get the parts.
Yeah.
And that's why you find them probably when they're doing that, they're going to a place secure, probably where they are mini or close to a mall or
Yeah,
petrol station.
or a petrol station,
But
yes.
you cannot do it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has happened for me a lot here in Kilimani. Mi nimelalala huku kwa barabara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can combine that with some maybe if you're studying. I think it can work also with studying.
Yes.
While you're waiting for the customer, you can be
you can engage yourself with something else.
Yeah.
For example, myself, I'm currently doing things to do with tech. I'm doing the fundamentals of front end. And I was doing QA, but something happened that I didn't do the exam. But I'm yet to go back to software quality assurance.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Man, this has been awesome.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I've learned so much. I've never thought about Uber as an investment opportunity, but I've keenly observed that most guys prefer it, especially corporates prefer it because it comes in handy.
Yeah.
Especially if you own a car.
Yeah.
It works well with, for example, if you're leaving home and
someone will be paying your bus fare.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And most of the people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the people do that, especially people with the small cars. Yeah, they do that.
Wow. All right, guy.
Yeah, and something else.
Yeah.
Once you build a name in that industry, you might also get some referrals for somebody else. For example, last week or some few like a month ago, there was a gig I was doing with some friends.
How do you build a name?
You see, for example, you've taken a ride with me, right? And you've liked my services.
Yeah. Also,
and you're like, hi, where are you based? Probably coincidentally, I'm not far from where you are. And I'm like, see, I'll call you tomorrow, especially if it's not a corporate ride.
So it become an offline gig.
Yeah, it's
engagement.
become an offline thing.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, yeah, I have a lot of those gigs. A lot of gigs with offline. Funny enough, a friend of mine gave me one referral in UN,
Yeah.
and don't to know the end.
Those are always the best, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is it, guys. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike, man. This has been engaging.
Man, it has been engaging.
It's a very long conversation.
Yeah, I
You guys
thought it
will-
was a 30 minutes thing and I'm done.
It kept going on and on and on and on.
One
and
story
on.
after the other. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, thank you. See you guys on the next episode.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and click or hit that bell there, man.
Thanks, man. Cheers, guys.